We're here at the Greyhound Center in Lake Lauren. The Finns looking to continue a hot streak of 2 games. Briarwood coming off a devastating home loss, 4-0 to the next-door neighbor Lancedor Fishers. Looking to recuperate tonight with all of their men in the lineup. Last week, of course, they saw the debut of Leonid Balkakov, as well as Hank Laramie, but that was interrupted and their chemistry ruined by the loss of Peter Lund early in the first period, as he was out with a game misconduct. He skates around back in the game, and Zabo rips one wide of the net. Bobrovsky drops this one back to Ellison. Mueller over to Zabo, rips one near the net, breaks a stick of a defender in front. Ekholm looking to break it out to Line. Has no one to pass to with the broken stick. And Boldy dumps it deep for Lake Lauren. Ellison along the side. Tries to get it to the middle, intercepted by Ekholm. McKinnon. Laramie enters the game. Boldy looking for a shot. And McKinnon unable to get one. Ellison up the side to Bulgakov. Bulgakov rips one that bounces off a stick and ends up being a shot on net. Joseph. Cross to Ekholm. McKinnon. Bodied as he enters the zone. Briarwood ripping around. Ellison to Laramie. Laramie along the left side. Tries to enter the zone. Huge hit. Joseph with the puck now for the Finns. Kopp unable to enter the zone successfully. Morrissey loses it to his own teammate, Tanev, who drops it back to Elias Pettersson. That broken stick still on the ice. He loses the puck to that. And now a power play coming up for Lake Lauren as a tripping penalty called against Hank Laramie. Briarwood suffered a number of penalties last week, including the 5-minute major. Did fairly well in defending them when they were less, or even to, rather, 2 minutes. Ekholm. Pass intercepted by Drysdale. There was a man back at the door. Drysdale entering the zone, drops it back to Hall, who has a number of penalty kill goals this season, the most in Swiss top tier. Alexis Lafreniere drops it back to Boldy, back to Lafreniere. Intercepted by Hall. Hall to Kuznetsov, back to Hall. Back and forth. Kuznetsov enters the zone, rips one. Hall trying to make it 3 on the season. Boldy. Dursey. 7 seconds left on the power play. Godesbeer jumps it to Laramie. Looked like he was maybe tripped up as he exited the box, but no call. Gosby here. To Bobrovsky. Kuznetsov. Peter Lund. Shoots one off the defender. Bodied as he goes behind the net. Man back door. Ettinger able to cover as that one went off a defender. First line back together this week. See if they're able to do anything. Ellison loses the faceoff. Back to Bonino. Kopp now with the puck. Drilled by Tanev. Lund. Over to Bobrovsky. Joseph with the puck now for the Finns. Gooley. Cross to Bonino. Trying to break it out. Reinhardt. Drops it back to Gooley. Middle ice. A 1-on-4 situation. Lund now. Morrissey. Bobrovsky. Left side. Bodied as he enters the zone. Lund with the pressure on Gooley. Out to Bobrovsky, man in front. Lund with the shot. And Ettinger able to cover as Peter Lund almost had one. Sea of Teal here tonight at the Greyhound Center. Finns just ahead of Briarwood by a single game. They sit in 5th place. Briarwood sits in 6th. Both teams would need to make it to 4th place by the end of the regular season to make the 4-team playoff. Zach Parise. Puck lost. Bedard rips one on net. Sillinger tried to get the rebound. And that will end the period. So scoreless after 1. Could be a good sign for Briarwood. Maybe not. We enter the second period here in Lake Lauren. Scoreless after 20. Ellison wins a faceoff to start the period. Zabo loses the puck to Boldy near neutral territory. Boldy carries it back into his defensive end and drilled by Szabo, who drops it back to his defensive partner. Mueller gets a shot on Ettinger, and Ettinger will cover. Face-off one back to Jones. Siegenthaler up to Boldy. Boldy hit. Able to kick it back to McKinnon, who keeps possession of it in the defensive zone. Patrick Laine now. Hit by Bobrovsky. Mueller up ahead to Ellison. Ellison along the side. Power turn. Unable to get the shot off. McKinnon trying to break it out of the zone. Loses it to Seth Jones. Jones entering for the Finns. Ellison able to intercept. Go back the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Puck lost before they can enter the zone. McKinnon now. Back the other way for the Finns. Jones. Poked away. Jones gets the rebound. 6 with it. Bobrovsky now. Loses it to Szabo. Bobrovsky. Another poke check. Laine. Make it a 2-on-1 and a huge shot by Nathan McKinnon. Makes it 1-0. From the top of the circle, a drill of a slap shot. Beats Materi glove side. And a 1-0 lead for the Finns. Pettersson rips this one blocker side on Ettinger. Joseph. Laramie. Pettersson. Gooley has the puck. Kopp across to Bonino. Trying to find a man. It's Reinhart who enters the offensive zone. Pettersson slashed on the play. And a penalty coming up on the Finns. This one will go against Andrew Kopp. So, Briarwood able to flex their muscles on the power play for the first time in a few games. Face-off mistimed by Briarwood. Bulgakov able to chase it. Godesbeer. Cross to Lund. Look back door for Pettersson. Pettersson, a great angle. Ellison loses the puck, and another penalty coming up. It'll be 5-on-3 with a minute and a half. Another slash, this one on Trainin, who has his first penalty of the season, believe it or not, as he's called for a slash in the defensive zone. Eichel wins it back to Godesbeer. Gooley loses possession. Eichel back to Burakovsky, excuse me. Make that Bobrovsky. Laramie dumps it across for Pettersson. Pettersson back to Godesbeer. Across to Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky rips one that's blocked by his own player and breaks the stick of Laramie, who gets a new one. Back the other way now for the Finns. Reinhart, a 1-on-4. 5-on-4 hockey now as one of the penalties is expired. Laramie with the new stick loses it to Siegenthaler, who dumps it out. Pettersson able to stop it in neutral territory. Bobrovsky enters the zone, 1-on-2. Gets a shot off. Jones with the rebound. Bobrovsky. Eichel loses it to Jones. Siegenthaler. Reinhart to break it out for the Finns. 5-on-5 hockey. Both power plays unsuccessful for Briarwood. Kicked into the offensive zone. Siegenthaler able to pick it up for the Finns. Cross to the middle. Siegenthaler to Boldy. Laine looking to pick something up. Boldy rips one that's blocked by Morrissey. Broken stick still in the offensive zone is an obstacle for Briarwood. Connor Bedard now. Glendening drilled on the play. Morrissey able to maintain possession. Rips one that doesn't get through the defense. A crowded area in front. Glendening unable to poke that one in. Gets a shot off, and Ettinger able to cover. Drops it to Dursey. Boldy carrying it back into the defensive zone. McKinnon able to recover. Laine with a 1-on-2 situation. Unable to beat Mueller on the play, who gets possession of the puck and carries it himself. Walter Mueller rips one on net. Rebound, not there. Ettinger able to cover. And we'll have a 5-second face-off. In the Briarwood offensive zone, they trail 1. Jake Ettinger, perfect so far. Briarwood has not scored in, it'll be 5 periods if they do not get one off in the next 5 seconds here. That one goes off the glove. 2 seconds, Mueller unable to get the shot off as he's drilled, and Szabo will have possession of the puck to end the second period. One-0 here in Lake Lauren. A win will put them one game behind the struggling Jeblet Thorns, who have dropped all the way from second place. Siegenthaler carrying it into the offensive zone. Mueller chasing, unable to get there in time, and McKinnon chases this one down. Loses it as he's double-teamed. Bobrovsky entering the offensive zone for Briarwood. Able to get past the man. Behind the net, Lund, without a shot, drops it back to the defense. Zabo, blocked in front. Jones, looking to break it out. Across to McKinnon. Laine, and a huge hit, and Briarwood will fight again. Mueller versus Boldy. Only a single fight lost this season for Briarwood. And now it looks like Mueller is fully in control of this one as he lands a handful of rights. And Briarwood perfect but one. Now, if this was a fighting contest, they would be in the lead, but it is mostly a goal-scoring contest, and they've struggled with that this year. That was the excursion of picking up Bulgakov and Laramie last week. Zabo shoots this one off the blocker side pad. Kopp drilled as he dumps it deep. No icing call. Bobrovsky entering the zone with help. Ellison unable to get the pass on the rush. Tanev across to Zabo. Zabo rips one that went off the glove. A stick is broken in front. Lund able to get a shot off, and Ettinger finally drops this out to Jones. There was no whistle. And Zabo drills Laine with Ellison retaining possession of the puck. Laramie loses the puck to Tanev. Shot wide. Bobrovsky across to the Tanev of Briarwood. Trying to find a man in front. Has Pettersson bounced off of the broken stick. It's been an obstacle. Zabo back the other way for Laramie. Laramie keeps it. Try to shoot that one wide side. Looking to go in front. Ettinger able to cover. And 7:53 remains in this one. 1-0 lead for the Finns. Pettersson centers the second line. Bulgakov on his right, Laramie on his left. Godespierre rips one. Laramie with the rebound. Drops it back to Godespierre. Drysdale gets a shot off. Pettersson rips one on net. Ettinger able to cover and drops this one behind his legs. And broken out to Frost. Now Lafreniere. Bulgakov loses possession. Finally able to break it out. Loses possession to Tanev in neutral territory. Dumped into the zone. 4.5 to play. Up to Taylor Hall. Drops this one back to Bedard. Bedard tried to get a backhander. Godespierre across to Drysdale. Drysdale blocked in front by the defense. Bedard loses possession. It's poked into neutral territory. 2.5 to play. Bedard entering himself with a move. Loses it to Dursey. Reinhardt trying to put this one away. Eichel with the poke check. Drysdale looking for space. Keeps it himself. Drysdale weaving through. Rips one on net. Hall with a shot on Ettinger. And with 47 seconds, Briarwood looking to continue the pressure. First line out there for Briarwood. Face-off one. Mueller rips one, blocked wide. Siegenthaler to Kopp. Gets it out of the zone, but not much further. Ellison looking to enter the zone, and the man is held up from getting onside. So 36 seconds, it'll be an offside whistle. Smart play by the defense. No interference as there was no contact. But got in the flight path of a man trying to get on sides. Zabo enters the zone himself. Makes a move. Goes back door, but Ettinger able to cover. 28.8. Briarwood potentially out of the playoff picture with a loss today. Face-off one back to Szabo. Ellison. Back to Mueller. Gets a shot off. That one goes wide off the pad of Ettinger. 22.6. The shots are 26-1, if you'll believe that. The one shot that Lake Lorne had on net is the one that went in. Ettinger with a great glove save. And 19 even remain on the clock as Briarwood looking to continue the pressure. 12-5 in faceoffs. Briarwood firmly in control of this one. And again, it's just been goal scoring that's been their trouble this season. Szabo rips one on net. This one bounces over to the side. Bobrovsky loses possession. And no penalty. It looked like he was tripped up. Siegenthaler. Up to Laine. And that's the end of this one. Briarwood gives up a single shot, and that's the goal. Half a second remains on an offsides call. And that is the game. The Lake Lorne Finns moving up closer to a playoff picture. Briarwood almost have to win out for a chance. We'll see how the season continues next week as they face Shrive on the road, the second in a 2-game road streak. Until next time, for Briarwood Pharaohs Hockey, we'll see you very, very soon.